Hello dear students, this is Abhishek Mishra, Faculty of Social Studies at Mount Litra Z School Jhansi. In this video, I am going to teach you class 9th Political Science chapter number 1, that is what is democracy and why democracy. See, now it has become the tendency of each and every government to convert itself into a democratic one. So in this chapter, we are going to take a very deep meaning of democracy, and then we will go through the case study of different countries, and then we will look the prevailing conditions of these countries who are calling them as a democratic one, and then we will consider whether it will be correct or not to call them as a democratic country or not. So here, first of all, let's take a quick look of the definition of democracy. According to the 16th President of America, democracy is the government for the people, of the people, by the people. What? According to the 16th President Abraham Lincoln of USA, democracy is the government for the people, of the people, by the people. Here a conversation was given in your NCERT book, and according to that conversation, democracy is the government in which the rulers are elected by the people. But this definition is not enough to define democracy, because some different question arises that who will be the rulers in these democratic countries, who will elect them as a ruler, who will form the government, how the election will take place. So when these further question arises, here comes the need to study the case study of different countries, and then we will know what is called real democracy. So first of all, we are going through the case of Pakistan. In Pakistan, in 1999, Parvez Musharraf led a government by military coup. Now, what is known as military coup? Military coup means when any government is overthrown by the military leaders in any of the country. So, this type of government is known as military coup. And Parvez Musharraf in 1999 led his government by this military coup. He declared himself as the chief executive of Pakistan, and later he changed his designation and declared himself as the president of that country. In 2002, he passed a referendum and extended his tenure up to 5 years. Then after, in August 2002, he also passed a legal framework order, and he amended the constitution of Pakistan by this legal framework order. According to that legal framework order, the president can dismiss the National and the Provisional Assembly in Pakistan, and all the final decision making power will be in the hands of Musharraf and his military rulers. So now here what we will conclude, that in a democratic country, final decision making power is vested in the hands of the people, those who are the elected representative, or if there is an indirect democracy in that country. But Pakistan did such kind of things. So by this we can call Pakistan a non-democratic country. Now here comes the second case, and that is case of China. In China, elections of parliament held after every 5 years, and the name of Chinese parliament is National People's Congress. President is appointed by this parliament, and elections are always won by the Chinese Communist Party. Reason behind winning the election is the party election can be contested by any of the party, but before this, permission is to be granted by the Chinese Communist Party, and this permission is never given to any of the party. When no party will be able to contest the election, so how they will win election? That's why these elections are always won by the Chinese Communist Party or the 8 allied parties. So, moral of the story, there should be free and fair election to make a country democratic. Now, a similar case is given here of Mexico. In Mexico, since independence, elections are held after every 6 years to elect their president, and elections are always won by the PRI party, just because they use dirty tricks in their election. See, there are government employee in Mexico, and all these government employee has to attend the meeting of PRI and to vote in their favor. Teachers of government school force students and their parents to vote for PRI party. Sometimes at the last time, polling booths are shifted, so it make difficult for the people to vote in the election. That's why these elections are always won by the PRI party. So here same moral story is given, that in a democratic country there should be free and fair election. Free and fair chance should be given to each and everyone to vote according to them or to contest election if they want. So these conditions were not prevailed in these countries, and according to them we can call China, Mexico or Pakistan a non-democratic country. Rest of the topics I will cover in my next video. Till then, thank you.